Bop. Bop. Let's get this dub.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Black Knights and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 30 base. Watch the run, Shoot.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there on the first play of the game. 52 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Taylor. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts them in better shape here for 2nd and goal.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
Protein spill. Watch the twins. Sick guy. Check 6 guy.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Rosas good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
We've got this at their own 25-yard line. Ready, 54. Mike 54. Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them. And that
a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Down. 18 Gator. He can't hit. He's not going to get me. Check. 61. Matchbox light. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Mike 50. Let's go.
Now Jones on first down. It's hauled in by Sheppard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
Any weapon? Mike 50. Check 4.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Set, ready? 90 wolf. Record. He's checking.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. With his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Oh, design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right.
Game right quick, yeah. Got to make one adjustment, bro. Don't want to fuck you up on offense. But somebody's out of pocket. All right, we're good to go. Damn, dog, they gotta be playing Madonna. Gonna fuck my whole shit up.
There is that one is gonna blow up in their faces.
Taken down back at the 23-yard line.
Let's put him on the buses. Echo, echo. You can choose the mic. Watch Mike, watch Mike. Watch the way. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Now watch one, watch one. Where's 52?
Watch the scene.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Ready, ready. 10 logo. Rock, rock it, rock it.
Watch twins.
Ready, ready.
Jones now throwing on first down. And this is Sheppard on the catch. An excellent gain, 35 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check pass, check pass.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
Let's go D, tighten up. Let's go D, tighten up. Switch, switch, switch.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that
why you gotta hit me
lead.
like that, you little bitch?
PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken short. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't you practice in that colored jersey all week? Now
hit by the time.
Throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the run.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long.
Oh,
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
pick that, bro.
It'll be a
Come
gain
on,
of 8,
let's
but
get
it'll
that,
also
bro.
lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Here we go.
At their own 39-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Forced out to his left. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Throwing Jones. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Check 31, check 31.
Look at me. Score. Go.
Now a give, right side. It's Taylor. And there
Come on,
is
fat boy,
nowhere
give me
for
a
him
block.
to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. Now Jones. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Nowhere to
to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Jackson. Going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one covers 29 yards. First down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Don't get nervous.
After the sack on first down, Jackson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Motion. Back two, the Mike. Mike back two. Mike back two.
From the gun, Jackson. Aguilar has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On second down, a run with Breida. And some room to maneuver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Lorenzo Carter in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike
5.
defense focus.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Get that quarterback. 5.
Following the fumble recovery, Jones. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Look at me, zipper.
In your face.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun.
Come back.
Going down the middle, incomplete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Jones now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw.
Damn it.
Heavy
Fuck.
traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Knew that shit
And
was
he's going to
fucking
return it
happen,
to
man.
the 21-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it in.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Watch two. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Wide. There. Tight dog. Jack. Two.
Jones now off the play fake. And it's caught. Touchdown. Sterling Sheppard as the first half is winding down as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes this 35-0 now. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down, and they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Lorenzo Carter in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now it's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is fielded at the 7. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Under crunch. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Now.
On first down, Jones. And his throw is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Sheppard, but it's going to be second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Ready.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Kill.
Hatchet.
Under 10. Look. Squeeze. Go.
Here's Taylor. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
And logo.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. 20. And he's taken down, but of yardage yardage there, 37 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check 26, check 26.
Throwing on first down. Jones toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Set up. 8, read. We got this, we got this. Hey. 5.
Here's Jones. Going to throw again. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Well, a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
Let's go.
The next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now Jones, off play action. Looking for Sheppard deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Cutter on first down, working his way forward for about 4 yards. Second down coming up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Jackson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. 6-man.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down. The 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Big hit all day. Sack City.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Brian Poole. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Good
And
pick.
this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about this picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Got an open man, it's Scott. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Jackson. That'll be complete to Breida. That'll make it 4th down. After a loss of 1.
Right there. He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That's It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the 2015 season. I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. This will be caught inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Turn up. Kill, turn up. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch his horse, right.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Throw left side complete to Scott. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Let's go, D.
Now Jackson on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson now throwing again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Echo.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Here we go, D. Mike 52, Mike 52. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 4th down. And he's going to go down again. Lorenzo Carter. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Set 90 Wolf.
50, Mike's 50. You're not ready.
Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Roses to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Check that. We got Mike. Right here. 52. Not here.
Check 43.
One last shot for Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for our visitors, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the losses continue to mount as they drop to 0-11 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Threw too many damn picks, man. I need to throw them picks, man. Rushing the ball. Got superstar xfactor. Right up in the center. Too scared to throw it. This dude was sacked like 12 times, yo. Shit. Sacks. Oh shit, he got it done.